Hi everyone, let us resume to chapter 3, Money and Credit. In this video, we will be discussing formal sector of credit in India. Basically, we'll be discussing both formal and informal sector of credit. There are two types of credit. One is formal sector credit, the other one is informal sector credit. So formal sector loans are given by the banks or by the cooperatives. The terms and conditions of formal sector loans are fixed, the rate of interest is fixed, and proper documentation is needed for formal sector of loans, whereas in informal sector of loans there is no documentation. There may not be any documentation. The interest rate is never fixed, and they follow a lot of unfair practices. Now formal sector loans cannot follow any unfair practices because formal sector loans are given by banks and cooperatives, and they comes under the Reserve Bank of India. So time to time these banks and cooperatives has to present their report to the Reserve Bank of India. The rate of interest is fixed by the Reserve Bank of India, and the Reserve Bank of India also takes care of that the bank should not only making profit out of the loans has to be given for the benefit of people also. In the informal sector loans, the informal sector loans are provided by the money lenders or friend or family members, and the rate of interest as it is not fixed, so anything can be done over there. No fixed interest, and for informal sector loan, the interest rate is very cheap and affordable, so that everyone can avail this. Now formal and informal sector credit, who gets what? So we have earlier also seen in class 9, we have read that the villagers, the people, those who do not have so much of money, they cannot go to bank, because in bank they have to face a lot of question answers and a lot of documentation. So the easy way for them is to go to the money lenders. Once they take loan from the money lenders, they might be into a debt trap. So the formal sectors need to see that, the formal sectors need to expand their loan facility to rural areas also, so that in villages, in rural areas, the farmers, the small businessmen can take easy loans. Next is self-help group. Self-help group, in short, we call it SHG. Self-help groups are formed by the villagers. In one self-help group, there might be 15 to 20 members, and each self-help group runs for 2 years to accumulate money. They fix an amount, maybe from 25 rupees to 100 rupees. Each member monthly meet and they deposit money, and till 2 years that money are deposited. In between, if any member need any financial help, these members, those who need help, can be given credit from that amount in low interest rate. After 2 years, the amount matures. Then the group goes to the bank, and in the name of the self-help group, they get easy loans from bank, and from that loan they can start a cottage industry, a small scale industry. As you have seen, individuals in villages, villagers, they are not able to face a lot of questioning in banks, so they form self-help group. They become the member of self-help group, and when a group proceed to the bank on the name of the group, the bank very easily sanction loan, because these groups are very authentic. So this is how self-help group work. Thank you.